Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Imagine a world where the very choices we make, the desires that we have and the products we consume are interconnected in a web of intricate relationships. In this complex design of economics, two fascinating concepts emerge. These concepts will help us to understand how our incomes shape our preferences and how demand for one product can be influenced by the price changes of another. We will take a deeper look at the concepts of income and cross elasticity of demand in this very lecture. So let's dive in and take a look at how these very concepts affect human behavior and the dynamics of our ever evolving market. Now the first concept that we will be talking about here is income elasticity of demand. For those who don't know what elasticity of demand is, you can check out my previous video where I have explained in detail the different types of elasticities and the different types of price elasticities of demand. Now when we talk about income elasticity, it measures the degree of responsiveness of the quantity demanded of a commodity due to a change in the income of the consumer. So the determining factor here is the income of the consumer. How do we calculate income elasticity? The formula remains the same, just like we calculate price elasticity. In this case, the denominator would be income of the consumer. So YED, as we call it, or income elasticity of demand, or we can write it as EY, which is the coefficient of demand, is nothing but the ratio of percentage change of quantity demanded over the percentage change in the income of consumers. So this is our formula. Symbolically, it can be written as like this, which is delta Q over delta Y, which represents the change in quantity demanded and incomes over the given demand and income of the consumer. So this is income and this is the quantity demanded by the consumers. So when we talk about types of income elasticities, we have three types of income elasticities here. We have positive, negative and zero income elasticity. So positive income elasticity is considered in terms of normal goods, where the quantity demanded would move in the same direction as the changes in income. So as the income rises, quantity demanded would also increase because consumers are becoming better off and they would want to purchase more of these goods. We have three different degrees under positive income elasticity. We have income elastic demand, we have income inelastic demand and unit elastic demand. Under income elastic demand, the coefficient of elasticity, which is YED, is greater than 1, and you would observe this scenario prevalent mostly in cases of luxurious commodities. Under income inelastic demand, the coefficient of elasticity, which is YED, is less than 1, and you would see it prevalent in cases of necessities or those kind of commodities on which consumers are not in a position to cut down their expenditures or increase their expenditures beyond a certain limit. Unit elastic demand is where the coefficient of income elasticity, which is YED, is equal to 1, and you would see this scenario prevalent in more or less commodities like general groceries that you buy from grocery stores. The next type of income elasticity is negative income elasticity. You would generally see it in cases of inferior goods, where the changes in income and the quantity demanded move in opposite directions. So if the income of a consumer falls, he would buy more of inferior goods. So quantity demanded for inferior goods would tend to go up. On the other hand, if the income of consumer rises, he would demand fewer inferior goods because he would become better off and would want to buy more of normal goods. So this is negative income elasticity. The third type is zero income elasticity, where whether the income rises or income falls, it has no change whatsoever on quantity demanded for this particular commodity. Now these commodities could be in two categories. Either these would be super inexpensive goods like matchsticks, or it could be essential goods that are needed for basic survival, such as your salt, your kitchen supplies. Stationary commodities come more or less under inexpensive category because they are not that expensive unless you are really going for super extremely luxurious brands. So those kind of stationary items would fall here under positive income elasticity. Otherwise, a normal pen, pencil, eraser, sharpener would fall under inexpensive commodities, and the kind of elasticity it would have is a zero income elasticity. So this is the entire income elasticity of demand in a nutshell. So if you want to revise it like real quick without wasting a lot of time and without reading too much of text, you can just quickly take a look at this and you'd be good to go. So this is cross elasticity of demand. And why is it called cross elasticity? Because we are measuring responsiveness of quantity demanded of one commodity due to a change in the price of another commodity. So we are not just talking about one single commodity here, we are talking about two commodities, demand of commodity 1 and price of commodity 2. So how do we calculate this? It's basically the ratio of percentage change in quantity demanded of commodity X to a percentage change in the price of commodity Y. This is the formula for calculating cross elasticity of demand. This is the coefficient of elasticity under cross elasticity of demand. So that's percentage change in quantity demanded for commodity X over the percentage change in the price of commodity Y. Symbolically, this is how we calculate the cross elasticity of demand. So it's delta Qx, which is change in quantity demanded for commodity X over change in price for commodity Y times price of commodity Y over quantity of commodity X. So now we will take a look at the different types of cross elasticities of demand. As far as the names goes, the names are identical to what we have looked at in income elasticity of demand. So we have positive cross elasticity, negative cross elasticity, and zero cross elasticity. Under positive cross elasticity, when the price of commodity X rises, the demand for commodity Y also rises. So we see that the direction of movement is same in both the cases, the price of one commodity and the demand for the other. The opposite scenario also holds true. This kind of a relationship is established when we talk about substitutes. So commodities like Pepsi and Mountain Dew are substitutes. Let's take a look at what is negative cross elasticity. So when we talk about negative cross elasticity, we can see that the relationship between price of one commodity and the demand for the other commodity move in opposite directions. So price of commodity X rises, causing the demand for commodity Y to fall. These commodities that display this kind of a relationship are essentially called complements. Commodities like pen and ink, car and fuel are complement commodities. Let's quickly take a look at what is meant by zero cross elasticity. So this is zero cross elasticity. In this case, whatever be the change in the price of one commodity, the demand for other commodity remains constant. So whether the price of commodity X rises or falls, there is no change whatsoever in the demand for commodity Y. This kind of a relationship is prevalent in cases of non-related commodities. Say for example, if the price of a detergent soap rises, it will have no effect on the demand for a pastry. So why? Because they are completely non-related commodities. So this is zero cross elasticity of demand. So this is cross elasticity of demand in a nutshell. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this particular slide and place it wherever you want to place it in your room, so that you can revise cross elasticity of demand in just one glance and you'd be good to go for as far your revision is concerned. If you have any questions or queries, you can put a comment in the comment box below the video and I'll be happy to answer your queries. So I'll see you around in my next video. Bye now. Take care.